It's the end of Road Trip Trivia Week, and I've got 10 questions for you on all random travel stuff. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out the show, and thanks for telling a friend who loves trivia to give it a listen. You guys who spread the word are the absolute best. I'm your host today, Ryan Buds, and Trivia with Buds comes out Monday through Friday most weeks, and there's theme weeks, there's just random episodes. Coming up later this week is a bunch of Patreon subscriber-picked topics on things like health and fitness, and Bridgerton, and Pokemon, and more, so get ready for that. And this is the last episode of our Road Trip Week, which is coming out instead of Friday like it was supposed to, Monday of a new week, because it was WrestleMania 40 weekend, and I got a little bit carried away. Had a big party on Saturday night, about 20 people at my house, really, really fun. You could see a video of me going nuts watching Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns and The Rock. And you could see me in my true form. If you're like, I wonder what he's like at parties, you can see me in my true form, my true party form in this video. It's on social media, my Facebook page, Instagram, all that good stuff. Ryan Buds on everything. Hope you had a good time watching WrestleMania. I thought it was one of the best shows I've ever seen, and very excited for the rest of this year in wrestling. It's going to be so cool. And I won't even give any spoilers. I'll just say it was fantastic. Go watch it. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, you'll get a lot out of it. It's awesome. Today's episode is just 11 more random questions on traveling and road trips and globetrotting and all that good stuff we talked about in the last 4 episodes. And before we get there, we have our letter B. We have personality traits, something you're afraid of, and items in this room. Or if you're listening in a car, you could say items in the car. Personality traits, something you're afraid of, and items in the room, all starting with B. Listen for my 3 answers at the end of the episode, along with a fun fact of the day, which is about powdered sugar today. So for all you bakers out there, get ready for a powdered sugar fun fact. We're warmed up, we're ready to go, and we're jumping into the end of Road Trip Week with random travel trivia. Here we go. It's the epic finale of Road Trip Trivia. And hey, if you liked this whole set of 5 rounds, you can grab it for $8 on my Etsy page, etsy.com/shop/trivia with Buds, linked in all the show notes on every episode. And use the code BUDSPOD to save 25%, which would take that down to $6. And it's an instant download of PowerPoint slides that you can use for anything. And it's all the questions we did this week. So go check it out, etsy.com/shop/trivia with Buds. Here's question number 1. Encanto is based in Encanto is based in which South American country? Number 1. Encanto is based in which South American country? Number 1. Number 2, the longest commercial flight in the world is 9,585 miles. And the route is between New York City and where else? Number 2, longest commercial flight in the world is a 9,585 mile route between New York City and where? Number 3, as of 2024, what's the number 1 selling vehicle in the U.S.? Number 3, as of 2024, what's the number 1 selling vehicle in the U.S.? Number 4, since its creation in 1915, what name is attached to a famous guide for travelers? Number 4, since its creation in 1915, which name is attached to a famous guide for travelers? Number 5, how many wonders of the world are there? Number 5, how many wonders of the world are there? Number 6, in which country is Zanzibar located? In which country is Zanzibar located? Number 7, in what year was the first iPad released? Number 7, in what year was the first iPad released? Number 8, what country artist had the album Traveler in 2015? Number 8, what country artist had the album Traveler in 2015? Number 9, what website claims to have over 1 billion reviews and contributions for hotels? Number 9, which website claims to have over 1 billion reviews and contributions for hotels? Number 10, what comedian puts a live mouse in his mouth in the 2000 film Road Trip? Number 10, what comedian puts a live mouse in his mouth in the 2000 film Road Trip? And your bonus question to close out Road Trip Week. And this quiz today, fill in the missing words from Willie Nelson's On the Road Again. We have On the Road Again, just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making blank with my blank. The life I love is making blank with my blank. Fill in those two blanks for your bonus question. Those are all of your questions. A good mix of random travel cues. Let's see if you have the A's when we come back. We are back with the answers to Road Trip Trivia, the conclusion, our 5th episode in a row with that theme. Here's number 1. Encanto is based in which South American country? Colombia. Number 2, the longest commercial flight is 9,000 miles between New York City and Singapore. Number 3, as of 2024, the number 1 selling vehicle in the U.S. is the Ford F-150. And since I looked this up, I keep getting ads for Ford F-150s. Number 4, since its creation in 1915, what name is attached to a famous guide for travelers? The Thomas Guide. Number 5, how many wonders of the world are there? 7, if you don't include Andre the Giant, the 8th wonder of the world. Number 6, in which country is Zanzibar located? Tanzania. Number 7, in what year was the first iPad released? Back in 2010. A staple for our road trips with the kids. I guess not iPads. We're not rich. We have Amazon Kindles, which are much cheaper. Fire tablets, whatever they're called, for kids with the big foam case around them. They're like $200, $100. I forgot how much they are. But they are the must-have thing in the car when we go anywhere. And that's pretty much the only time we let them mess around with those. Maybe a little bit at home on the weekends, but not a lot of screen time in my house, which is not something I ever thought that I would be like, yeah, that's important, but I think it is. Number 8, what country artist had the album Traveler in 2015? Chris Stapleton. Number 9, what website claims to have over 1 billion reviews? TripAdvisor.com. Number 10, what comedian puts the live mouse in his mouth in Road Trip? Tom Green. And number 11, fill in the missing words from On the Road Again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends. And there you have it, the end of Road Trip Week. Hope you had a great time playing along. Again, if you want to purchase all 5 rounds and 55 questions we did over this week for your classroom or for your friend's birthday who loves road trip stuff or traveling, go to etsy.com/shop/trivia with buds or click the link in the show notes. Use the code BUDSPOD to save 25% on any instant download. There's about 12 to choose from right now. And if you love Friends, that's one I put up that has not sold a copy yet. So if you like the TV show Friends, there's a 5-round, 55-question Friends quiz. Use the code BUDSPOD for your Friends party. And you'll have that centerpiece of all that trivia to use and entertain your guests. Go check it out. Today's fact of the day is powdered sugar is highly flammable. Be careful in the kitchen. Highly flammable. That's powdered sugar. And your letter was B. Personality traits, boisterous. Something you're afraid of, bats. And items in this room, I'm in the room. How about a buds? Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling a friend. And we'll see you next time for more trivia with Buds. Cheers!